of these damn kids can't read, number one. How about that?
You might have heard about famous gay people or seen same-sex couples on TV. You almost certainly know an LGBTQ plus person, even if you weren't aware of it. Like an alien invasion, we are already among you. We serve you in the post office. We teach you math. We make your hamburgers. So why don't we teach you about same-sex couples when we teach sex ed? Or that a lot of people choose their gender?
Let's get the kids to read just normal textbooks, let alone some sexual deviant stuff. Parents call police after Illinois teacher offers LGBTQ book to her students. An Illinois teacher of over 20 years had the cops called on her after she gave her middle school students the option of reading a book about sexuality and gender. Sarah Bonner held a book tasting for students in March and offered an array of fiction and nonfiction titles include Juno Dawson, This Book is Gay, which quickly became the epicenter of a massive controversy when parents called the police over the book choice. I wanted to give them a smattering of fiction and nonfiction to choose from on the day that we call Reading Monday. We just celebrate book. Bonner, 42, learned that the parents had gotten hold of pictures their 8th graders snapped on their phones of the book during class. The parents filed the police report against the teacher for child endangerment. It's child endangerment. You think these are your kids, and they're not. You shouldn't, this is not a sex education class. You shouldn't be teaching anything besides what you're teaching. Don't try to put sexuality in the schools. The notion that I was putting children in danger because of books, I didn't feel safe, Bonner told Today. I knew I couldn't go back. The best-selling nonfiction book has been promoted by publishers as an informational guide for everyone regardless of gender or sexual preference. It is almost the 9th most banned book in America. The day after she learned of the police report, Bonner received a letter saying that she has been placed on administrative leave at Hayworth Junior High School. Junior high school, these are the grades from 6th to 8th grade. You're between 11 being 14. Now, we already have kids that's probably hyper over sexualized anyway. Children should be safe. They don't need to learn about other stuff that has nothing to do with education. The district recently became aware of the certain allegations against Bonner and was investigating. Until the investigation was complete, Bonner was told not to perform any duties for the school district. Instead, Bonner decided to resign. My first instinct was kids, Bonner said, noting that many spoke of how her classroom was always a safe place. During a special board meeting where the district voted to accept her resignation, Bonner told the outlet how she tried to help students acclimate to bigger, more diverse spaces. You don't need to do that. You need to stay in your place. Let parents acclimate kids if they want to. If they want their kids to learn about different sexual orientation than within themselves, within their household, if they have 2 daddies and 2 mommies, let the parents teach them about that. Not the teachers shouldn't be like, oh, you need to be accepting, or this is going to happen in the whatever. You're opening up Pandora's box, and you're not the person that should be administrating those type of activities to the kids. If I'm in a safe place and I'm leaving, what does that do for our students? Bonner asked. What about the kids? Has always been the question rooted in everything I do. Why is it's always some liberal white woman, crazy woman, trying to put all this diversity and inclusion? And it's never diversity and inclusion in acceptance of who you are or what you identify ethnicity as. It's always diversity and inclusion on sexual orientation. Why is it? Can anybody answer that? I do not understand that. It's always some liberal white woman pushing this crap to kids. And they're saying, oh, you need to be more diverse. Diverse in sexual orientation? It has none of your business. It's nothing to do with you. If kids are questioning their sexuality, they need to take that up with the parents. And most definitely, no adult should be involved with that. And most of the times, kids talk among themselves. They don't need no administrator on sexual orientation. They're going to talk amongst themselves like, oh, what is this? And hopefully they have supportive parents that they could go home and talk to. So they make a bunch of right decisions instead of wrong decisions. But Bonner, this is not your place. You have no authority of doing this to kids, especially 11-year-olds. Bonner expressed disbelief over the situation, slamming the heightened culture war that's continued to build nationwide, which she says caused a backlash to the book in the first place. No, you're starting a culture war. You're starting it. 10 years ago, this wasn't even a question. They did. Now, there is sexual health classes that they teach. Now, I know they do talk about it in grade school, but it's not your place. You're not over the sexual education classroom, so that is not your place. And still, even if it was your place, you shouldn't be opening Pandora's box and opening up kids to wonder about something sexual deviance. That is not your place to do that. It kills me when I hear diversity. Bigger, more diverse spaces by offering them diverse library of literary textbooks, including books centering on Black, Indigenous, and LGBTQ characters and themes. This is deviance. I don't care nothing about the Black or Indigenous, but the LGBTQ is you're trying to put something that's not normalized against people's faith, against kids, how they're brought up, if they're raised in a Christian family, if they're raised in a Muslim family. You're going all against those concepts of how they built their family up and their morals and values. Who are you to do that? And who says, hey, I want to learn more about the LGBTQ plus? Half of these damn kids can't read, number one. How about that? Let's get the kids to read just normal textbooks, let alone some sexual deviant stuff. And you guys might be thinking maybe I'm overreacting. I'm going to show you what it has in this book. And it's disgusting. So this is the book. This is what it has in this book. It's talking about drag queen, transvestites, transsexuals, transgender. Now this is really tough that you will be forgiven. What is it? For making mistakes when trans is so often used shorthand, when it's almost means transgender or transsexual. You may also hear gender queer. Will like queer theory regarding sexuality. It says there's a broader issues regarding gender identity and that we are still very much stuck in the binary culture, which says some things are for boys and some things are for girls. P.S. Who wrote this? Anti-feminist hate anthem? To think we tell it to children in nursery school? I'm not for sure what they mean by that. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to. Then they got all this stuff, like a map. Are you male, female, unsure? No, you should know. If you got 2 sticks in a dingleberry, you a male. Don't got 2 sticks in a dingleberry, you're a female. Then you prefer sex thoughts about, then they have whatever. This is what they giving it to children. And more likely, YouTube will probably age restrict this video. But they had this book. This is the book. This is one of the books that Ron DeSantis banned in Florida. But that's what they want you to teach your junior high school students. Then they talk about stereotypes, how to flirt. You introduce this to kids, like my youngest son. My youngest son, he don't like playing with girls. So you introduce this to him. He's 7 years old. Oh, Chase, you like playing with boys, so you must be gay. You see what I'm saying? This is where it leads. So now he's figuring out, oh, I am gay. Maybe I am gay because I like playing with boys and I don't like playing with girls. Or when he was really a kid, his favorite color, if you asked him his favorite color, he used to say rainbow because he used to like all the colors. When he was like 2 or 3, he used to say, oh, I like rainbow. So does that make him gay? No, it doesn't. This is what they shouldn't be worried about. Guys don't even go through puberty until they like 12 or 13. Things have really changed for students. Over the years, Bonner has watched her students graduate and go to college, only to return a year later because she says they had a tough time acclimating to bigger and more diverse spaces. You're lying, Bonnie, or whatever her name is, Bonner. You're lying. Acclimating to bigger or more diverse spaces, that has nothing to do with being gay. And literally, if you're going to a regular college and university, if you're in a predominantly white neighborhood and you go to a regular college or university, that's more likely it's going to be predominantly white. Unless you're saying I'm going to the HBCU university. If you're from a small town, go to a big town, yeah, you're going to have a hard time acclimating. If you're at a bigger university, you get homesick, that's normal. This is not new. This is not new. She's trying to create a new problem. No, it's not new. What the problem is, technology has taken over our kids and they don't know how to acclimate. They don't know how to be social. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation. So if you want to do your kids a favor and you want them to become more acclimated into bigger and diverse spaces, tell them to get off the phone. Go out and meet people. Be part of a team. Get out of the video game room or get off your cell phone and meet people. Go to social spaces. That's the only way that your kids is going to acclimate into college or university. That's how you prepare them. Being social instead of saying, oh, I'm going to let you sit in your room and not do nothing besides be on the internet. That's the problem, Bonner. It has nothing to do with sexual orientation. Because normally, if you're a part of a group, you're going to hang around that group of people. That's socially, and that's known that people hang around people that they identify as. They're not going to say, oh, I'm going to hang out in a gay bar and they're not gay. Or you're not going to hang around a bunch of trans people and you're not trans. No, I wouldn't suggest it. Most men don't do it. Women do it for some odd reason. I don't know why. You got some women that they got a bunch of gay friends. I don't know why would you have them. But, and I'm saying they hang around gay people all the time. You're not gay, so why are you hanging around gay people? So anyway, you want to do your kids a favor and be socially acclimated and be able to, adapt to their surrounding. Get out of your phone and off the computer and off the internet and get into some extracurriculum activities that you're able to socialize with different people. And another thing that will help them with is they're not persuaded on all kinds of other stuff. They end up becoming, oh, I know how I identify. I know These are my moral values. I don't need to depend on whoever's in this group because this is me. But when you have kids socially dependent on the internet and they're socially awkward, they don't know how to communicate effectively to other people. They don't know how to have a casual conversation with other people. That's because they're on the internet all the time. And they believe what's on the internet and what's on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok. Instead of going out in the world and seeing what's what and seeing what's real, no, they're in this fake world, this artificial intelligent world. So that was it for our video. You guys put in the comment section. Let me know what you think. I'm sending all my good to you. I will talk to you soon.